Hey everyone, Shabbymania here and welcome back to SWE Shabbymania. We are on to video number 2 of today. Of course, if you've not seen part number 1 of this, then please do go back and check it out, because there will be spoilers as we go through. I'll be discussing the odd bits and bobs. I try not to give away spoilers, but I know what I'm like. I'm just crap at not remembering stuff. So, of course, we already had 5 matches in the first video, including the Women's Championship match and the United States Championship match. And some pretty other good matches as well. Some interesting results, a lot of ranking points going around, and a steady bonus for guys moving into WWE 2K18. In this video, we're going to start things off for you with, of course, our Tag Team Championship match. Your challengers here, Guerillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga on the right and Tangaroa on the left there. They're going to be taking on reDragon for the Throwdown Tag Team Championships. And reDragon have held those belts for a very long time, so it's going to be difficult, I think, for the Guerillas of Destiny to take those belts away from them, but you never know what might happen. After this one, we've got another tag team match for you as the Maharaja. Jinder Mahal and the Great Khali will be taking on the team of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders. Then we're going to see Triple H taking on Bret Hart one-on-one. Followed closely by Tetsuya Naito versus Zack Sabre Jr. versus Austin Aries in a triple threat match. And then, of course, we're back in for another Elimination Chamber. The 6-man Elimination Chamber match for the Throwdown Championship, of course. Roman Reigns defends his belt against Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels, and CM Punk. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a cracker for you tonight. Like I said, we've already had 5 matches in the opening part of Shabbymania. And we've got 5 more good ones here for you. And of course, this match here will guarantee us 2 more people on our WWE 2K18 roster for Throwdown. And we're going to start with the spoilers. This is your last chance, if you've not seen video number 1, to go back and check it out. We now know already from our 6-woman Elimination Chamber match that, believe it or not, Alicia Fox is our new Throwdown Women's Champion, and she will be guaranteed a place on Shabbymania. No, she'll be guaranteed a place on Throwdown for WWE 2K18, that's what I'm trying to say. And also, in the main event of video number 1, we saw Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig beat Samoa Joe and become the brand new United States Champion and join the Elite, and also give himself a place on WWE 2K18's Throwdown roster as well. Now this is an interesting one, this, because as I spoke about in the first video, I feel like the Roman Empire stable may go their separate ways at the end of this year, at the end of this game, shall we say. So I feel if the Guerillas of Destiny win this, then we'll just get the 2 members of Guerillas of Destiny. However, if Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly win this one, then we would also be introducing Adam Cole into the roster as well, of course, because we are going to have those 3 as a stable, of course. The, what are they called? What are they called? Undefeated Era, isn't it? Undefeated Era? No, Undisputed Era. That's the one. So they'll be joining our roster as a threesome. So it's interesting as well, because what happened with Octane last night. Of course, if you've seen Octane, I'm not going to give away names, for example, but I probably will give away a bit of a spoiler here. We know after what happened at Octane yesterday, we have got 15 people already on our roster for Octane next year, which is crazy. Just to start off with, it's absolutely crazy. However, moving into WWE 2K18. If, for example, Guerillas of Destiny win this, and anybody wins the main event apart from Shawn Michaels, then we're only going to have 4 people on the Throwdown roster for 2K18. So that would mean that Throwdown would get 11 picks before Octane gets 1. So it's just a crazy way of it all working out, isn't it, really? But that's the way it works. And to be honest, I wouldn't change it, because the 15 people I've got already for... Well, potentially it could be 17. I need to discuss this with PJ Tovey. But yeah, the 15 people I've got on Octane are people that I really want on Octane anyway, so I'm happy enough with it. I've got no qualms with who I've got. Knee right in the face there, then by Tama Tonga on Kyle O'Reilly. Of course, Kyle O'Reilly, former Ring of Honor champion, former PWG champion, former Ring of Honor and PWG Tag Team champion as well. Of course, also former Junior Heavyweight Tag Team champion for New Japan. I might have got 1 or 2 of those wrong, but I'm pretty sure he got them all. Big stamp on the back of the arm there by Kyle O'Reilly. Then on Tama Tonga now, bringing Tonga back up to his feet. But Tonga catching Kyle O'Reilly with a shoulder block. And just wrenching the leg of Kyle O'Reilly as well. So yeah, the Roman Empire thing, it was a fun little thing while it lasted. And I quite like the idea of using Roman as a heel. And we will continue to use Roman Reigns as a heel, I think, in 2K18. Nice, Bubba Bomb there. But yeah, I don't know whether I would keep it the same way, but I just feel like it's been mentioned a couple of times as well that we should have potentially Guerillas of Destiny as part of the Bullet Club stable rather than any other stable. So I think we will have Bad Luck Fale join up, and that's the thing as well. Actually, no, if Guerillas of Destiny do win this, then maybe Bad Luck Fale will be on our roster from the beginning to give us the trio of Bullet Club guys there. That might be a better idea. Nice German suplex there then by Tama Tonga, or Tangaroa, should I say. Yeah, so potentially that's something I'll have to think about that actually. Pin then by Tangaroa. Only a 2 count. Now here just twisting the head, or just wrenching that head of Bobby Fish. So the only other suggestion I had was potentially allowing Roman Reigns to join Bullet Club, and that's an iffy one. That could really go either way, but I don't know. How would you feel about Roman Reigns, Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, and Tangaroa as a foursome here on Throwdown? Well, depending on wherever they go to, but as a foursome and calling them Bullet Club. I don't know. What would you feel about that? Of course, we might have to sort of build it up to it. We wouldn't just put them straight in there, but maybe introduce him as time goes on. Tangaroa bringing Bobby Fish back up to his feet, and I've not seen anyone so far in this universe mode dominate reDragon as Guerillas of Destiny are. Maybe we could have actually new champions here. As Tangaroa stamping on the back of the knee of Bobby Fish. And remember though, the situation that we do have, if you are a champion and you are not downloadable within the first 4 weeks of the new game, then you will be stripped of your championships and the belt will be made vacated. So it's a risk. I would imagine that reDragon will be available straight off the bat, and Guerillas of Destiny won't be too far behind, I should imagine. Oh, it's only a 2 count. You saw Bobby Fish able to kick out. Great power slam there, and Guerillas of Destiny really in control of reDragon. I've never seen anyone treat reDragon like this so far. I think it was my own fault. I made reDragon very strong, because it should be really strong when you think about it. Kyle O'Reilly's down at about 89-ish, I think. Because potentially, as an individual, he's a main eventer himself. And then Bobby Fish was about 85, I think. Again, Bobby Fish on his own could be an upper mid-carder. So it's a situation that we've thought about quite a lot, but it has panned out with reDragon becoming a very dominant tag team here on Throwdown, which I don't mind at all. And I'd be more than happy if reDragon win this and I get Adam Cole for next year's game. Bobby Fish, nice Falcon Arrow there. Now Bobby Fish stalking Tangaroa. Nice spinning heel kick. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh my god. That was close to a 3, and for some reason Tama Tonga didn't come in to break it up. No idea why Tama Tonga didn't come in to break that one up, to be honest. Kyle right now rolling. Tangaroa is going to go for another pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Well, he let Tangaroa have a bit of a rest there and relax a little bit, didn't he? Kyle O'Reilly up on the middle rope. Stalking Tangaroa. I think Tangaroa needs to make the tag because Guerillas of Destiny were dominated not too long ago, but now reDragon seem to have turned it around. They're just a little bit quicker than the 2 guys here, aren't they? Ooh. Tangaroa just pushing Kyle O'Reilly out the corner, but Kyle O'Reilly catching him, taking him down straight away. And a big DDT there by Kyle O'Reilly. Launched himself up in the air before hitting Tangaroa with that one. There's the pin. 1. Wow. Tangaroa kicked out again on a 1 count. There is the head scissors there then by Kyle O'Reilly, whamming the elbows right into the face of Tangaroa, and a big boot in the spine as well. Kyle O'Reilly heading up to the middle rope. Again, willing Tangaroa back up to his feet. Last time he completely missed this. Is he going to do it this time? He's completely missed it again. What is Kyle O'Reilly doing? He's missed that twice now. I don't know what he's going for. Tangaroa catching Kyle O'Reilly, and Tangaroa trying to turn this match around now, sending Kyle O'Reilly into the corner. Launching him out of the corner. Tangaroa, Kyle O'Reilly is quite a distance away from the ring. Oh, nice. It's almost like a frog splash dive and headbutt, that was. Kyle O'Reilly catching Tangaroa once again, though, into that DDT. A very good back and forth match here. This could go either way at this point in time. Wow. There's barely even a 1 count again. Tangaroa really showing some incredible resilience in this one, taking a lot of damage, but not seeming to phase him at all. Might be worth him making a tag out to Tama Tonga, though, because Tangaroa has taken a lot of damage, but instead he stalks Kyle O'Reilly up into a Samoan drop, and he's well placed, actually. There's the pin. 1, 2... No, it's going to happen. No! I thought it was going to happen there, you know, because Bobby Fish didn't come in the ring. Tangaroa heads up top. Went for the big splash, and Kyle O'Reilly avoided it, and Tangaroa avoiding the kick by Kyle O'Reilly sends him face first into the mat. And Tangaroa makes the tag into Tama Tonga. What a good tag team match this has panned out to be so far. Real back and forth. Both teams looking very good here. Tama Tonga then just pinching the shoulder of Kyle O'Reilly, slamming him back of the head first into the mat and booting him right in the knee. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly booting the face of Tama Tonga. Spinning heel kick to the gut. Went for another kick, but Tama Tonga catching the boot. And looking for a T-bone suplex. Oh, looks like a T-bone power slam. There's the pin. 1, 2. He's done it. He's done it. Okay. Okay. Brand new tag team champions. Guerillas of Destiny. Wow. Is nobody going to defend their championship at all tonight? It doesn't look that way, does it? It doesn't look that way at all. So we're guaranteed now then... Oh, it means we've lost Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Adam Cole. That's a shame. Because that would have been a real boost for us. Okay, so it means we haven't got either of those guys. But it does mean that we do have Guerillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tangaroa on the roster. And I'm going to put it out there and probably say that we are going to have Bad Luck Fale on the roster as well then. That's looking pretty interesting, isn't it? Pretty interesting indeed. I'm just surprised at the moment just how well Guerillas of Destiny did here, and just reDragon's been so strong across the whole universe mode, and they've just lost it at the final hurdle. So remember, this is also worth triple points as well. So Guerillas of Destiny going to get themselves 30 points plus the 50 for beating the champions. It's going to give them 80 points here this evening, and of course it's also going to give them a pretty strong go in the singles division as well. I think it's 25 points plus the 15 for winning this match, so they're going to get 40 points each on that basis as well. So they're looking pretty good. Tag team champions Guerillas of Destiny guaranteed a place now then on Throwdown for WWE 2K18. So for their case, I'm hoping they're going to be downloadable within the first 4 weeks of the game being released, because if not, then they're going to have to vacate those championships. And here's our next match of the evening, and it is going to be a little bit of tag team action once again. This time the Maharaja, Jinder Mahal and the Great Khali take on the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And here we go then. Now this one should be interesting. Two teams that are not really classed as tag... Well, I suppose they are classed as tag teams, aren't they? Now, it was the Outsiders that went for the tag team championships on the very first pay-per-view for Throwdown and were unsuccessful. So they have had an opportunity so far. In regards to Jinder and the Great Khali, they've been a little bit up and down so far. Jinder's not really had the best of times in this universe mode, has he really? He was involved early on with... where were we? He was on Octane very early on, wasn't he? And he was part of the Elimination Chamber, I think, to crown the first Octane champion, but it wasn't much to him really, was there? So it's a little bit of a shaky one for him. But I'm sure in 2K18 he's going to have a stronger time. Now we are going to have the whole Maharaja back in WWE 2K18. That does include the Great Khali. So we're going to have Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, and Samia and Sunil Singh. So that'd be pretty cool. And I'm thinking of having a fifth in there. Maybe if we can get Devita... Is it Devita Kevi? Who's one of the Mae Young Classic ladies. Devita Kevi? Devita Kevi? Was that her name? No, Kevin DeVita. It wasn't Kevin DeVita, honestly. Honestly, I know that. I thought I had that right then, Devita Kevi. Mae Young Classic wrestlers. Who was in there? 32 women tournaments. It was... It's broken, it's slowing down. Here we go, it's loaded now. Where are you? What was your name? Rachel Evers, no. It's really slow, my god. Mia Yim, Matty Bell, Mercedes Martina, Shayna Baszler, Serena Deeb. Nope. My favourite, Tainara Conti, nope. Where are you? Kavita Devi. I just spelt it wrong, that was it. Kavita Devi then, she was actually pretty good. She was quite a strong lady as well. Maybe we could get her involved in the stable. Either that or maybe someone like Mustafa Ali. I know he's not Indian, he's Pakistani, isn't he? But the same area of the world. I don't know, it's tricky. Maybe PJ Toby mentioned maybe Sonjay Dutt would be pretty good in there as well. Yeah, that'd be an interesting idea. We don't necessarily need a fifth, to be honest. It could just be a 4-person stable. No problem with that at all, but we'll see. We'll see how things pan out. We'll see who's available as well, because I might put Kavita Devi on that list. And then if she's available, we get her, then fantastic. If she's not available, then it's not a problem, I suppose. So Jinder Mahal now in control of Scott Hall here to start things off. A boot in the gut of Scott Hall, and Jinder now bringing Scott Hall back up to an in base, but Scott fighting back with the elbow in the gut. Okay, that was a bit of a glitchy one there. Just Jinder Mahal just popped up to his feet there from nowhere and got power slammed. Scott Hall now belly to belly slam as well. Bringing Jinder Mahal back up, but Jinder Mahal with a shoulder block. I know. Just thinking actually earlier what I said about Mustafa Ali and being part of the stable. I believe there are a lot of tensions between India and Pakistan in real life, so maybe that's not the best thing to have, but maybe it'd be showing some unity. I don't know. I'm just dubious about being called up for stuff like that, but I believe there is a bit of an issue between those two countries, but maybe it would show solidarity to have them on the same side fighting for the same thing. Fighting for recognition for Asia. It's a possibility, but then again, it depends where they're going to end up roster-wise. I wouldn't want Mustafa Ali to end up on a roster where there's not going to be a Cruiserweight Championship, so it'd be very much dependent on that, really. I'm not quite sure the Great Khali suits a roster that's got a Cruiserweight Championship on there. I don't know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. Okay, Fez press there by the Great Khali. Not a manoeuvre I've seen the Great Khali go for before, Fez press. No. Maybe going for a moonsault at some point. Saying that, right? Sorry, I'm just going completely off the cusp here. I was watching the other day. I was watching the PWG bowler things. And if you've not seen them yet and you like wrestling, it doesn't matter what you like if you've never heard of it before. Just do yourself a favour. After this video, search for PWG Wrestling. And click on their channel. Subscribe straight away because you're not going to regret subscribing. They don't put videos up very often. It's like once every month or so. Put up like a 5 or 6 minute video from their recent pay-per-view. They've recently uploaded the 3 videos they did for the Battle of Los Angeles, which is one of their biggest things of the year. I think it is their biggest thing of the year now. It's like a tournament. They bring in all the best wrestlers from around the world and they finish it off with a triple threat match, and it's incredible. It really is. And you watch them videos. Now, one guy that really impressed me, I'd never seen him wrestle before. I heard of him, of course, because he was part of Ring of Honor and so forth, and he's just signed for NXT, and that's Donovan Dijak. Never seen him wrestle before. That guy is insane. He's like 7 foot tall, and he's doing like corkscrew moonsaults and doing dives to the outside. It was mental. Talking of mental. Jinder Mahal just launches the Great Khali at Scott Hall there. There's the pin by the Great Khali. 1, 2... Only a 2 count. Now, what I will do, which is probably a little bit dodgy, but I'm going to do it anyway, is that if the Outsiders win this match, they can have themselves the 30 ranking points for a team and 15 points each. If Jinder and Khali win this match, then the Maharaja will get the 30 points, and Jinder and the Great Khali will get 15 points each. Now, the reason why that's a little bit dodgy is because the Maharaja in W2K18 is more than likely going to be the 2 Singh brothers. However, I am going to allow it because it is the same stable. I am going to allow them to use the Singh brothers in that match for the championship should they get that chance anyway. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Razor's Edge there by Scott Hall on the Great Khali, positioned very well. But only enough for a... What the hell was that? I've done it again. Like I say, videos just keep popping up on my bloody computer. I've got 2 computers. I've got the one I'm recording and I've got my laptop that's sat next to it. And I've got a, what was it, PW Insider up on there because I was reading some news before I started recording. And it's just loaded up an advertisement over the top, and obviously you've probably heard the noise with it. So kicking the spine there by Scott Hall on the Great Ali, and just continuing the assault. Of course, he chokeslammed him and hit him with a Razor's Edge, but it was not enough to finish him off. Scott Hall now dropping a boot right in the back of the leg of the Great Khali. Scott Hall now making the tag into Kevin Nash. Nash just dropping a boot right in the back of the Great Khali. Went for another one. Khali rolls out the way, now rolls back into the ring. And Kevin Nash taking him up into a backbreaker. Nash bringing Khali back up to his feet. Looking for a suplex, but Khali reversed into a suplex of his own. Yes, if you've not seen it, go over and check out the videos of the Battle of Los Angeles at PWG. It's absolutely incredible. The quality of wrestling they've got over there is immense. And since WWE every single year have signed a good few people from that tournament, and William Regal has been there the last few years, and I think he was there this year as well. I say it was Donovan Dijak. I think it was one of his last appearances, if not his last appearance on the indie scene. Also, people there like Mark Haskins. Oh, wow. Wow, referee does not see Kevin Nash's hand on the mat, and I'm going to allow that one. Normally, I'd redo it, but since the referee was at the wrong angle and probably wouldn't have seen it, I'm only going to redo them if it was one the referee should have seen. And there's been quite a few recently where the referee's been staring straight at the hand, but this time it was behind the pinfall, so the referee probably wouldn't have seen it. So I am going to allow that for the Maharaja, and they are victorious. They're going to get the points. That is big for them, actually. Very big. 15 points each for Jinder Mahal and the Great Khali, and 30 points for the Maharaja as a tag team, which means the Singh brothers are going to have a nice little boost into WWE 2K18. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. And then you see the sit-out, scoop slam. And let's just see it from the referee's angle here. We're going to see it. So you see the referee going for the count here. Oh, hang on a minute. No, he should have seen it, shouldn't he? We're going to count it anyway. We're going to count it anyway, but he should have seen that hand on the mat, on the ropes. But it was a pretty good match, and in fairness, the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal really shouldn't have won this one. They came from behind, really. It looked like Hall and Nash were dominating this, but there you go. That's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. And Great Khali and Jinder Mahal victorious. They're going to take the points into WWE 2K18, and they're going to have a massive boost from that. And who's our next match then? It is going to be Triple H taking on Bret Hart one-on-one. And who's our next match then? It is going to be a one-on-one bout between Triple H and Bret Hart, which we can go straight into thanks to the luxury of having 2 people on the game with very quick loading screens. Now, where are these guys in regard to the rankings? Well, Bret Hart is quite high up, I believe. He is quite high up. Oh, he was. He's down to 106 points now, Bret Hart. So even if Bret loses here, he's still going to be 1 point ahead of where he started. So it's not going to be a terrible season for him, but it's not necessarily going to be very good. If he wins this match, he'll be up to 121, which will put him a lot higher up, which will be very good for him, actually. It will put him still about the top 15, 20 people, so he wouldn't be necessarily a championship contender, but he'd be definitely going in the right direction. Now, Triple H is currently in the bottom 10 on 85 points. He is not in a very good position at all. Triple H is currently below the Ascension. He's currently below the Big Boss Man. He's currently below quite a lot of people, actually. And that's not a situation he is going to want to be in. So if he wins this match, of course, 15 ranking points on the line, it will put him back up to 100 points, which is where he started, which is where he'll be happy enough being. I think he'll be very happy if he finishes on 100 points here this evening, because it's going to put him back to roughly where he wants to be, I think. Now, because Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash reformed the Clique a few months ago, when I brought them all back onto the same roster, we are going to be having those 4 guys drawn together in the draft for WWE 2K18 as well. Hopefully, in 2K18, the stable is going to mean a lot more because the multi-man matches will work. If 8-man and 6-man tags work, I'm going to be so happy it's unbelievable. Because we could use the Clique. We could use Michaels, Triple H, Nash and Hall against another team of 4 people, which I think would be absolutely insane if we could do it right. And I really, really want that to happen. And 6-man tags as well. On this year's game, they don't work too well, but I would imagine with 2K bringing these bigger amount of people in the ring at once, 8 people in the ring at once, matches, then they must have figured out a way to get the AI to work better in those situations. So hopefully it will work, and I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can have some really good uses of stables. Because like I said, this time I feel a bit bad saying that we've got the Clique here, this, that and the other, when literally they've done nothing together because we can't utilise multi-man matches that well. It's annoying, but hopefully, yeah, like I said, this time we're going to have some good stuff going on. Good stuff going on. So Triple H is here, and Bret Hart. So when we see with Bret Hart next year, I feel like the stable could shrink quite considerably, should we say. I don't feel like Pillman as part of the Hart Foundation really works too much anymore. So I think Pillman will leave the Hart Foundation. I think Owen will stick around, as will Jim Neidhart and British Bulldog. We're sort of on the edge at the moment what we're doing with British Bulldog. He could be in different places, really, if you ask me. Ugh. Oh, that's interesting. I got a new flavour of cider today. Got passion fruit and lime. I like it, actually. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Quite nice. And what are we doing here? So I'm just playing with the settings again to make sure it's all working. It looks like it's all working correctly. Oh, it might be a bit quiet. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Turn the background a little bit. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting because whenever I change games, I have to change the audio levels a little bit. So I'm hoping I can get the crowd at a decent level in the background and not just my voice. Because sometimes, because I've got that much stuff running around here, I've got fans keeping everything cool and so forth, that sometimes I've noticed recently there's a horrible buzz in the background of some of my videos that I don't like. So yeah, I'm hoping now with upping that a little bit, it might be better for you. More cider, I think. My throat's got a bit sore. I'm not used to recording this much in one go. These 10-match cards have been killing me the last few days. They really have. Oh, nice knee to the face there by Hunter. Taking Bret Hart down. And dropping an elbow right in the knee of Bret Hart. And that's a clever maneuver, that is, because obviously Bret needs that core strength. He needs those legs to be able to lock in a sharpshooter later on in the match. Without them, he's really going to struggle. Hunter now DDT right middle of the ring as well. So, of course, don't forget we still have one more match after this one. Of course, we've got 2 more matches after this one, should I say. We've got one more match, which is going to be Naito versus Zack Sabre Jr. versus Austin Aries. And then, of course, we have your main event of the evening. And the main event of Throwdown, it's all been leading towards this big Elimination Chamber match. We have got Roman Reigns defending his belt against Andre the Giant, who, of course, won a Rumble a few weeks back to get his place. The Undertaker, who defeated Kane to get his place. We've got Luke Harper, who defeated Zack Sabre Jr., the former Throwdown champion, to get his place. We've got Shawn Michaels, who defeated Austin Aries to get his place. And, of course, CM Punk, who defeated the very man here in the ring, Bret Hart, to get that place inside the Elimination Chamber. So Bret actually was one of the highest rated guys on Throwdown a while ago. But a few back-to-back losses has really dropped his points down considerably. Hunter there tripping Bret Hart over. Brings him back up to a standing base, but Bret fighting back. Nice big clothesline there by Bret Hart. And a big boot across the chest of Triple H as well. Another boot right in the kneecap. Hunter now shoulder block, taking Bret Hart down. Triple H very proud of himself there. Bret sending Triple H face first into the turnbuckle, spins him round. Went for the right hand, but Triple H fighting back. Forearm and another forearm as well, taking Bret down. Elbow right in the knee there by Triple H on Bret Hart. And another elbow right into the chest. And another knee right in the face of Bret. Bret rolled out the way, but Triple H sends him face first into the turnbuckle. Now hoists him up. What's Hunter got planned here? Super backdrop, dropping Bret Hart right on the top of his shoulders, back of the neck as well. Rolling Bret Hart over, there's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Triple H now stalking the ground in Bret Hart. Into a reverse suplex. And Triple H is really in control of this. He knows how desperate he is for those 15 ranking points. The 15 ranking points can really put him back to a place where he wants to be. It means that no matter what he's lost so far in this universe mode, he's gained it all back. He can leave on an even playing field. Whereas Bret knows a victory here can give him a nice boost into WWE 2K18. Starting things off on 121 points would be very good for him. And of course, if that was to happen, he would start the universe mode 41 points ahead of Triple H, which is a massive, massive amount. An amount that I don't think Triple H will be able to get back. So Bret bringing Hunter back up to his feet. There's the snapmare. And now just twisting the face of Triple H, really wrenching at that neck. Oh, really going out and slamming Triple H head first into the mat. A boot in the gut there by Triple H. Now Bret Hart wrenching back at his neck as well. Triple H breaks free. Sending Bret into the corner. Triple H sending Bret into the far corner now and follows it up with a big clothesline. And Hunter's really, let's say he's in control here, but Bret catching the leg and dragon screw there on Triple H. That could weaken him for the potential sharpshooter should Bret Hart be able to lock it in. Bret sending Triple H over the top. Is he going to bring him back in the hard way? He does. And Bret has turned this one around now, just stomping on the chest of Triple H, bringing him back up to a standing base. Into the corner. Triple H fighting back with a back elbow, bringing Bret mid of the ring, looking for a backbreaker of his own. Triple H doing a wise move here, just trying to weaken the parts of the body that Bret needs to lock in the sharpshooter. Oh, it's nearly enough to beat him, actually. Bret literally kicks out on the brink of 2. Triple H telling him to suck his lower posterities. Hunter bringing Bret back up. There's the spine buster. The crowd really getting behind Triple H now after that spine buster. Dropping an elbow right in the heart of Bret Hart as well. And again, Triple H is continuing the assault. You'd think he might be lining Bret up for a pedigree at some point. Oh, he might be now. Triple H stalking Bret as he slowly gets back up to his feet. Boot in the gut. This is big for Triple H. There it is, the pedigree. Is it enough to keep Bret Hart down? Rolls him over, dead weight. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Triple H does get the win and gets the 15 points. And my God, did he need that. He really, really needed that one. That was brutally important for him. Brutally important for him. Wow, what a win. It was a good back and forth match. There was a lot of back and forth. Bret got some offense here and there. I think it looked like Triple H was always going to get there though. He just seemed to have more in his locker every time that Bret did get control. Triple H was able to turn it around quite considerably. And there was a pin earlier on after the pedigree for the freak out. So Triple H is victorious. That puts him back up to 100 ranking points. And Bret Hart stays on 101. So Bret still stays just above of Triple H. But Triple H knows that it could have been a lot worse. Like I said, if Bret Hart had won this, he would have been 40 points ahead of Triple H. But now he's only 1. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tetsuya Naito versus Austin Aries. And here we go. Now this is a massive one as well. Triple threat match means that this would normally be worth 10 points. But of course, because it's Shabbymania, triple points are up for grabs, means it's actually worth 30 for the winner and -5 for the 2 losers. Now we already know that this man right here, Tetsuya Naito, is guaranteed to be part of the Octane roster for next year's game. I still keep saying next year. Next month's game, WWE 2K18. So Naito joins, of course, because Takahashi won the Cruiserweight Championship, and we are going to be using the LIG stable for 2K18. That means that Naito, Evil, Sanada, and Bushi will all be joining Takahashi on Octane. So this is guaranteed to be Naito's last appearance here. And he could walk onto Octane with a lot of ranking points should he win this one, and instantly push himself into that main event picture, which wouldn't be too bad, really. Wouldn't be too bad at all. I'd be happy with that. Because who have we got over there still? We've got... wow, we got... No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Okay. No, that's right. So we've got Omega, Tanahashi, and Naito already on Octane. We seem to be recreating... New Japan over there at the moment, don't we, really? Yeah, Naito, Tanahashi, and Kenny Omega. Also Cody Rhodes, Marty Scurll, Pete Dunne. We've got a strong main event picture on Octane already. Just a few more names to boost it up to the next level I think would be pretty good. And here comes, of course, the former Throwdown champion, Zack Sabre Jr. He held the belt for quite a long time. I think he won it at the end of Season 1, didn't he? Defended it successfully against CM Punk on the beginning, the first pay-per-view of Throwdown, of course, at Second City Showdown. He then lost it to Roman Reigns at the last pay-per-view in a cage match, which surprised me. It was a disappointing match, really. It shows that cage matches still don't really work too well. AI versus AI, really, do they? But now, yeah, he's got a chance here to earn himself a few ranking points. He did have a chance to get himself inside that Elimination Chamber, but lost it to Luke Harper, which is a shame for him, but it's a bonus for Luke Harper. Harper had a wonderful time this month, hasn't it? He lost the United States Championship to Samoa Joe, and then got put straight in the main event picture, so that worked out really well for Luke Harper, didn't it? Ooh. Someone just fell over upstairs by the sounds of it. And our third and final entrant into the match is going to be, of course, Mr. Austin Aries, somebody who has been taken off the game. I'm so disappointed about that. I really am. It makes sense. It's literally so annoying because last year was his first game and he was only DLC as well. So it was frustrating for me the way that it happened, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? We can't moan too much. As Austin Aries then makes way down to the ring. We'll still have Austin Aries in WWE 2K18, don't you worry about that. I'm sure his moveset will be available. I'm sure a lot of his stuff will be available. There's no reason not to use him, is there? And I'm sure there'll be a pretty good core available of him straight away as well. Not heard much of Austin Aries since he left, actually. And I've seen him on Twitter here and there doing his vegan stuff, but I don't know where he sits in the whole wrestling spectrum at the moment. Not seen much of him. I'd love to see him in New Japan, I really would. I think Austin Aries against some of the top guys in New Japan would be fantastic viewing. Who knows? Could Bullet Club do with a vegan? Yeah, you never know. I think he'd definitely suit that division very well, though, wouldn't he? So we go then, Tetsuya Naito, Zack Sabre Jr. and Austin Aries all fighting it out for 30 ranking points. Which, let's have a quick look at the old ranking at the moment. Tetsuya Naito's on 83. So a victory here would put him up to 113, which would make this Universe Mode a success. From a loss here would put him joint bottom alongside Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. Which is not a situation anybody wants to be in, really, is it? Next up, where are we? Well, Zack Sabre Jr. is currently on 163 points, so a loss here puts him down to 158. A win puts him up to 193, which would almost guarantee him a championship match early in the next Universe Mode. And Austin Aries is on 155 points. Again, so a win here would put him on 185, which again would put him a very strong member of any roster. A loss makes 150, so really Tetsuya Naito is desperate for this victory, whereas the other two guys, it would be a massive bonus for them, but it's not a necessity like it is for Naito. So, of course, the chairs in the ring, it is no disqualification, no countouts, because it is a triple threat match, they always are. Right, and we're at that point in the match now where somebody has rolled out the ring, and it's Zack Sabre Jr. and Naito in this ring. Yeah, this is a big one then, real big one. Okay. That's weird, my kettle's just clicked on the other side of the room with no one near it. Bloody, this flat is full of ghosts, I'm sure it is. It's really weird. Okay, so don't forget, we've still got one more match left for you after this one, and we will be crowning our fourth and final member of the WWE 2K18 Throwdown roster for this evening in that Elimination Chamber match. Will Roman Reigns defending his Throwdown Championship against Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels and CM Punk. And based on what's happened already this evening, the odds of Roman Reigns keeping his championship are pretty low at this point in time. Nice spinning cutter there by Austin Aries on Tetsuya Naito. That brings Naito back up to his feet, but Naito fighting back with a shoulder block, taking Austin Aries down. Naito now dragging Aries middle of the ring, and looked like Zack was going to go for his ankles there, and Zack completely missed him. Zack now bringing Naito back up to a kneeling base, went for the boot in the face, but completely missed it. And Aries catching Naito with the hip toss. Zack rolling Austin Aries through into that armbar. Lovely move. And Naito allowing it to happen for a few moments before drop kicking Zack in the face, knowing that a bit of damage to the arm of Austin Aries is not a bad situation for him to be in. Naito snap suplex there on Zack Sabre Jr. I think Naito also caught the referee earlier on as well, didn't he? I really hope for Naito's sake he picks up a win here, because he really needs it, doesn't he? I think I might have to give Naito a few little jobbing matches at the beginning of 2K18 just to boost him up, aren't I? There's the armbar there by Zack, and oh, Aries breaks it up just about. It took Aries a couple of attempts at kicking Zack to break it, and seeing Naito just back away and having a couple of seconds to get the feeling back in his arm, allowing Zack to take over and attack Austin Aries. Dragon suplex by Naito on Zack Sabre Jr. Of course, it would be big for Naito to get a victory over the former... Of course, both these guys former champions, aren't they? Was Austin Aries... No, it wasn't, no. Austin Aries is a former United States champion on Throwdown, wasn't he? In the last year's Universe Mode. He was the United States champion coming into this, wasn't he? Yes, he was. That's why he's got the points. Yeah, Austin Aries was the Universal... Austin Aries was the United States champion moving into this Universe Mode season, which is why he was on this roster. And yeah, he's done pretty well with that. And of course, Zack Sabre Jr., former Throwdown champion. So that's why both these guys have got a lot of points, because they had those championships. They won the belts at big pay-per-views as well, and it has just sort of snowballed their ranking points to where they are. Naito had no such luck so far. Like I said, very much the same situation as we had earlier on with Dolph Ziggler in the first video, where Ziggler had just been put in a lot of multi-man matches and was never able to really pull off the victories, which is why it happened. But Naito has had a couple of singles matches of recent. He lost in a match to Bobby Fish a couple of weeks back. And that's his only appearance so far this week, or this month even. Last month, Naito was involved in a triple threat match once again, against Ziggler and Aries. He also was in a match against CM Punk, which he lost. I think Naito's actually won a match yet, has he? Nope. Tetsuya Naito has lost every single match he's been involved in 2K18 Season 2 of the Universe mode, which is a big shame, really. But I dare say we're going to see some good stuff from him moving into 2K18 as Austin Aries clapping this side of the face of Zack Sabre Jr. locks in the last chance where Zack needs Naito to get up and break this. And Naito does get up and just stamps on the kneecap of Austin Aries, forcing him to break the hold. Dropping an elbow in the knee of Aries himself. Now Naito going for the pin. 1, 2. It's only a 2 count. This is such a big match, this is for Naito. It literally is make or break for him at this point in time. Drop kick to the knee of Aries. Naito now taking Aries up. On his shoulder. Oh, into a shoulder breaker. Zack catching Naito with a boot in the shin. Now Zack wrenching back at Naito. Hooks the arm. Oh, and an arm breaker by Zack on Naito. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. As Zack now wrenching back at the arm on Tetsuya Naito. Oh, and just stamping on that arm as well. Stamping on the back of Naito. Now rolls him over. Zack going for the pin, but Aries rolls back into the ring. There it is, breaking it up once again. Aries taking Zack up on his shoulders. Look for a Death Valley driver. Zack flipped out the top, but Aries caught him once again into the corner. Aries off the ropes. Rolling elbow right in the face of Zack. There's the pin. Naito's down. 1, 2. And Zack kicks out just about. Naito had just got back to his feet. I don't think he was going to get there in time to break it, though. Oh, Naito, catching Aries with a German suplex onto the steel chair. Aries, I think, tried to catch Naito with the last chance. There's the pin by Naito. It's only a 1 count. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Saito suplex by Austin Aries on Tetsuya Naito. Aries up top. 450. There's the pin on Naito. 1, 2. Oh, Naito kicked out as well. Wow. Reverse DDT. Now Zack in with a pin on Naito. And Zack almost steals it. Zack in control of Naito in the ring now. Austin Aries down on the outside. Zack spins it round into the armbar. Is Naito going to tap, or can Austin Aries break it? He does. Austin Aries breaks the submission. All three guys now back up on their feet, and Naito with a dropkick to the shin of Zack as Austin Aries throws him into the turnbuckle. Zack now. Ooh. Naito went for the dropkick again to the ankle of Aries. Zack's rolled to the outside. Does Naito have something big here to finish Aries off? Shoulder breaker. Into the pin on the chair as well. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Come on, Naito. I want you to get these points to get back up to where you should be. I don't want you lurking around the bottom of the ranking points. You should be at the top. You should be fighting it out for the championships, Naito. Naito now bringing Aries middle of the ring. Again, up. Oh, powerbomb onto the steel chair. Naito with a pin once again. 1, 2. Oh, and Zack just about got there in time, and Aries was able to kick out. Forearm in the back of Naito by Zack, and now Zack rolling Naito over into the cross armbar. Aries is still down. Can Naito survive? No, he can't. Naito taps out, and Zack Sabre Jr. gets the victory. Wow, what a match. What a match. And it's Zack Sabre Jr. who picks up the 30 ranking points, which puts him up to 100. Did I say 195 or 185? 195. That puts him second, only behind Roman Reigns at this point in time. Which means that no matter what roster he ends up on in 2K18, he's going to be involved in that championship picture off the bat straight away, isn't he? Surely. Surely. Elbow right inside the knee there by Naito, and eventually it was Naito who had to tap out, and it's a shame for him because things were looking pretty good. He looked like he was dominating the match for quite some time, and you thought to yourself, you know what, Naito's got a good chance here. Naito could get himself back up to where he wants to be, but now, you know the worst thing now is that Zack Sabre Jr. is officially, no, this is not, I say the worst thing, like, I'm not going to be harsh on it, like, but Zack Sabre Jr. is 195 points, Tetsuya Naito is 78. So Zack Sabre Jr. is 117 points, I think, if I've worked that out correctly. No, I've not worked that out correctly. No, I have worked that out correctly. 117, is that right? So 117 makes him 95. Yeah, 117 points ahead of Tetsuya Naito. That is the equivalent to winning 23 and a half singles matches. That just shows the difference in what has happened between these two guys in this universe mode. Naito has got a hell of a lot of work to do in 2K18. Whereas Zack, my friend, is going straight into the main event picture no matter where he ends up. And talking of the main event picture, let's look straight at the main event picture here on Throwdown. Roman Reigns defends his Throwdown Championship in a 6-man Elimination Chamber against The Undertaker, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels, Andre the Giant, and CM Punk. And here we go. Now, of course, no entrances in Elimination Chamber, so we're going straight into it. It's Shawn Michaels versus Andre the Giant to kick things off. Wow. Shawn Michaels versus Andre the Giant to start things off. That's going to be very difficult for those two then, because it means The Undertaker, Luke Harper, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk will get to sit the first bit out, get to reserve their energy until everyone else has had a fair chunk of stuff taken out of them, really. Michaels now bringing Andre up to a seated base, and Andre flop back down, then gets a boot right in the side of the leg. Shawn Michaels now locking in the figure 4 leg lock on Andre the Giant. Really wrenching back at that figure 4, and Andre rolls it through, and of course when you roll over a figure 4 like that, it does reverse the pressure into the legs of Shawn Michaels. Andre now bringing Shawn back up to his feet. And there's some big knee strikes right in the face. And we've got another entrant already. It's going to be... It's The Undertaker. The Undertaker, straight after Shawn Michaels, of course, historically, load of amazing feuds between these two guys. It was The Undertaker that retired Shawn Michaels, wasn't it? Yeah, they had a couple of... I've never seen... I'm going to admit to you right now, I have never seen The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels matches at WrestleMania. I'll admit that to you right now, happily. I need to go back and watch them one day, because I know they were incredible matches, weren't they? I never saw the Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair match either, which was was that a retirement match as well? Was that the I'm sorry I love you moment, wasn't it? Where he switched your music. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. There's quite a few WrestleManias I've never watched, because I stopped watching wrestling for about 5-10 years. And then I got back into it when I started watching TNA, and now TNA's dead, so I got back into WWE. Well, I got back into NXT, really. NXT, well, actually, the thing that got me back into wrestling was the indie scene. When I watched my first indie DVD, that's what really got me into it. I saw PWG, I saw Combat Zone Wrestling, Ring of Honor. That's what really got me back into wrestling. Now I'm watching New Japan and AAA and Lucha Underground, and I watch very little WWE, if anything. I watch all the NXT, I watch all the takeovers. I try and watch all the takeovers live, of course, because they're a Saturday night in the UK, which means I can stay up late and watch them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I missed out on a chunk, about 5-6 years worth of WrestleManias. I might go back and watch them all one after the other for a while. Things I get a bit bored sometimes with the old ones. The up-to-date ones are fine because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in the old ones, but because you're not involved in the storylines or invest in the storylines, there's a little... the match quality themselves is not quite enough to keep you going, but there might be in the old WWE ones, maybe. Whereas in PWG, you can stick 2 people in the ring together with no... oh, here comes Roman Reigns as number 5. That means Luke Harper's number 6. In PWG, you just stick 2 random people in the ring and it just works. It always does. They just got that much talent and ability between them, I think. So then, CM Punk, The Undertaker, Roman Reigns, Andre the Giant, and Shawn Michaels in the ring. Luke Harper's going to be number 6. Which is going to give Luke Harper a massive advantage. Imagine if Luke Harper was the Throwdown champion. I'd be happy. I've said before, I'm a massive Luke Harper fan. If he's the champion, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I'm a big fan of Luke Harper. Double axe handle to the back there of Shawn Michaels by Andre the Giant. And of course, Elimination Chamber, we couldn't have Bobby the Brain Heenan, which would have been nice to have Bobby the Brain Heenan, bearing in mind he's recent passing. Oh, Reigns pinning Shawn Michaels, getting a 2 count already. And here then comes Luke Harper, the 6th and final man. Things are about to pick up, I think. I think Shawn Michaels has been busted open there, you know. I saw the little red flash. Andre there with the atomic drop on Luke Harper, and Shawn Michaels has been busted open. Which I don't necessarily think is the most difficult thing to do in the world. It's happened quite a few times. CM Punk trying to eliminate The Undertaker. It's only a 1 count though. Luke Harper shoulder block, taking down Andre the Giant. Of course, Andre the Giant won a 30-man Royal Rumble to make it here a few weeks back. Then The Undertaker defeated his brother Kane 1-on-1 to make it here. Luke Harper defeated Zack Sabre Jr. Shawn Michaels defeated Austin Aries. And CM Punk defeated Bret Hart. And of course, Roman Reigns defeated Zack Sabre Jr. as well to win the championship to get here. Oh, Shawn caught the referee there by mistake, I think. As Luke Harper now locks in a chicken wing on Luke and Andre the Giant, sorry, then turn it into a Russian leg sweep. CM Punk still fighting The Undertaker on the outside. Punk, Northern Lights suplex on The Undertaker. Big uppercut there by Roman Reigns. Sending Michaels into the corner. Shoulder block there by Andre the Giant as well. So difficult to commentate in these matches because there's just so much going on all the time. CM Punk sending The Undertaker face first into the steel. Now CM Punk taking The Undertaker up and he reversed into a DDT. As Roman Reigns with a superplex on Shawn Michaels. And again, CM Punk sending The Undertaker right into the plastic there as Roman Reigns with a pin on Shawn Michaels. Only a 2 count. It's just so hectic at the moment. Of course, this is our second Elimination Chamber of the night. If you've not seen it, we had one on the first part of the Throwdown pay-per-view where we saw the women's version. It was Bayley defending her championship against Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox, Eva Marie and AJ Lee. Definitely worth a watch if you've not seen it. Roman Reigns sending Shawn Michaels straight into the turnbuckle. As now Luke Harper working on CM Punk. Harper taking Punk up high. What's Harper going to go for here? Part of me really wants Harper to win. Part of me wants CM Punk to win because CM Punk would then become the first man ever to hold main event championships in more than one brand. Of course, we've had people hold main event championships and upper mid-card belts, but nobody yet has held 2 different main event championships. CM Punk had a chance earlier on the Universe mode when he faced off against Zack Sabre Jr. at Second City Throwdown, at his home place as well of Chicago, where Zack Sabre Jr. defeated him using the GTS. I might have to dig that one out and put that on the best match playlist because I just remembered about that one. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if it was a great match or not. I just remember the audacity of Zack Sabre Jr. to use CM Punk's own finish maneuver against him. Great belly-to-belly suplex there by Luke Harper. Knee in the face. by Undertaker on Andre the Giant. I'm surprised Michaels is still going. He's been busted open for quite some time now. Shining Wizard there by CM Punk on Luke Harper, as Roman Reigns is pinning Shawn Michaels now. Again, it's only a 2 though. But I can't imagine that Shawn Michaels has got a lot left in the locker. Roman Reigns sending Shawn Michaels into the steel. Then up on his shoulders, looking for that big Samoan drop on the outside. That's got to hurt the back of Roman Reigns as well, that surely. And Roman Reigns again sending Shawn Michaels in, and then dropped him with the DDT as Undertaker just choke slams Andre the Giant. Hogan may have scoop slammed him, but Undertaker just choke slams Andre the Giant. Surprised he's not gone for the pin, actually. He's gone for a bit of a taunt in the corner for some reason. Roman Reigns. There it is, the powerbomb. Oh, by the way, that's his finisher, by the way, now. By the way. Is that his finisher? I thought I changed. I'm sure I changed his finisher. I took off the Superman punch, anyway. Oh, it might be the Samoan drop might have given him. I can't remember now, to be honest. Tombstone power drive by the Undertaker on Andre the Giant. That's got to be the end of Andre the Giant now, surely. There's the pin. 1, 2... And no, Andre kicked out. CM Punk pinning Luke Harper now. 1. Only a 1 count. I think it's because the referee took too long, I think. As Roman Reigns through the middle of everyone. Oh, he caught the Undertaker with that spear. He was going for Shawn Michaels, but he caught Taker. Wow. I think, yeah, Reigns was definitely going for Michaels, and he caught Taker, and Taker kicked out. Wow, just completely hit the wrong person, but I don't think he minds. He's done damage either way. Moonsault by CM Punk on Luke Harper. Andre now rolling Undertaker over the pin. Again, it's only a 2 count. Nobody eliminated yet from this Elimination Chamber. As Harper taking CM Punk up and Punk fighting free. Gut wrench suplex there by Roman Reigns on Shawn Michaels. Yeah, so I took the... I'm pretty sure what I did is I took the Superman punch away from Reigns because I hate it, basically. And I replaced it with the Samoan drop as a signature maneuver and kept him as the spear as a finisher. That's what I did. So I like the spear. Shawn Michaels, big splash there on Roman Reigns as Andre fighting back on the Undertaker. And I think CM Punk, yeah, CM Punk's busted open. The Undertaker's busted open and Shawn Michaels is busted open. That's half of this match is now bleeding. As Shawn Michaels heads up top. CM Punk tripping Luke Harper over, but Shawn Michaels saw Roman Reigns roll out the way. Still yet to have a single elimination in this one. We've seen a lot of finisher maneuvers yet, but everyone's so desperate to guarantee themselves a place on Throwdown next year. Of course, win the Throwdown Championship and take home the immense amount of ranking points that are available here. Of course, it's a 6-man match, so it's worth 90 points. Yeah, 90 points. You know what? I'm going to make it, because it's a main event as well of Shabbymania, I'm going to make this worth 100 ranking points. There we go, we've done it. Whoever wins this is getting 100. I know that's far too many, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. It's all down to the luck of the draw. As Shawn Michaels pinning Roman Reigns. Ooh, Luke Harper just broke up the pin. Not quite sure why Luke Harper broke the pin up there, to be honest. So Luke Harper's got bored of fighting CM Punk and he's going to go after Shawn Michaels now instead. CM Punk taking Reigns up on his shoulders. We're going to see a GTS? We do. GTS by CM Punk on Roman Reigns. There's the pin. 1, 2. And Reigns is gone. Just like the Elimination Chamber earlier on this evening, the champion is the first man eliminated. So we guaranteed a brand new Throwdown champion here. Who is it going to be? CM Punk, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, or Andre the Giant. Taker pinning Giant now. Still only a 2 count. Oh! Shawn Michaels out of nowhere. Sweet chin music on Luke Harper. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3, and Harper's gone. We are down to 4 then. CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, Andre the Giant, and The Undertaker. Which one of these 4 guys is going to win this match and become the new Throwdown champion? Stamp on the arm there by Shawn Michaels, and an elbow in the back of CM Punk as well. There's the pin by the Undertaker on Andre the Giant. Again, it's only a 2. He's been struggling, hasn't he, old Undertaker, to finish off Andre the Giant. He's really going for it. Andre the Giant now knees in the gut of the Undertaker as CM Punk sending Shawn Michaels into the corner. Andre the Giant, the only man in the ring so far, has not been busted open. Undertaker looks like he's trying to stop that, and Shawn Michaels just glitching there so he can break some stuff. Russian leg sweep there by Michaels on CM Punk. Into the pin. 1, 2, and Punk kicks out. CM Punk desperate here. Again, not just to win the Throwdown Championship, not just to guarantee himself a place on Throwdown for next year, not just all the ranking points, but also the chance to go in the record books as the first man to hold the Throwdown, the first man to hold main event championships on 2 separate brands. Nobody else has done that yet. Of course, he held the Mayhem Championship last year, I think, on the last season. What on earth is CM Punk doing here? Just rolling around everywhere. Undertaker glitching out Andre the Giant as much as he possibly can. And again, Andre kicks out. What's it going to take for Andre to stay down as CM Punk locks in the Anaconda Vice and the Undertaker's broke it up? Why on earth did the Undertaker just break up CM Punk's finishing submission hold there? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'm confused. Yeah. I am definitely confused. Undertaker gets caught there with a headbutt by Shawn Michaels right in the back of the head, and by Andre the Giant in the back of the head. There's Andre then with a big elbow drop. 1, 2, and 3, and Taker's gone. Taker is gone. Shawn Michaels now pinning Punk. It's only enough for a 2 count. And Shawn Michaels, well, Andre just drops on the top of Punk looking for the pin. And CM Punk kicks out. Looks like both Michaels and Andre going after CM Punk, but Punk fighting back, knee in the face of Andre the Giant, but then Michaels is there to contend with as well. Punk struggling here. It's like 2 guys both going after him, but he gets rid of Andre. Now gets Shawn Michaels up on his shoulders. CM Punk. GTS. CM Punk with a GTS on Shawn Michaels. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Punk's gone as well. We're down to the final 2. Andre the Giant and CM Punk. Wow. Andre the Giant won the Rumble. CM Punk defeated Bret Hart. Which one of these 2 guys is going to become the new Throwdown champion and guarantee themselves a spot on WWE 2K18? I thought Andre did it in my submission, but there's the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Andre, big boot in the back of CM Punk. Where on earth is Andre the Giant going? He's up on the middle rope. Big splash, wow. Boot in the gut of CM Punk. Oh, Punk fighting free. Uppercut there on Andre the Giant. Oh, what a kick in the back of the head. But now Andre reversing. Andre just surveying the situation, doing a bit of a moonwalk, you know. Andre the Giant trying to do his best Enzo Amore impression by the looks of it, actually. Andre sending Punk into the corner. Big back elbows. Punk drops. And look at the blood streaming from the forehead of CM Punk. He's really struggling here. Oh, but he catches Andre the Giant, sends him into the corner. Surprised Andre's still going. He took a lot of damage from the Undertaker. But Andre just seems to have unlimited reversals at this point in time. 1, 2, and CM Punk kicks out once again. Andre bringing Punk back up, but Punk fighting back. Punk with a pin. 1, 2. It'd be a strange... I don't know, let's say it'd be strange. Andre the Giant is a legend of wrestling, don't get me wrong, but he's not someone I ever expected to be a champion. Or a champion maybe, but not a main event champion here. As CM Punk heading up top, looking to summon the spirit here of Macho Man Randy Savage, maybe? Yep. Okay, missed it. What on earth happened there? It's been one of those nights now where everyone seems to have missed their high dives. I don't know why it's been happening, but it has. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Drop kick to the back there by CM Punk, then on Andre the Giant. Punk taunting away. Does Punk have enough to finish Andre off, though? That's the question. Oh! He decides that he probably can't pick him up for a GTS, so he's locked in an Anaconda device right in the middle of the ring. And Andre the Giant taps out, and CM Punk becomes the new Throwdown champion. And CM Punk is guaranteed his place on SWE Throwdown for WWE 2K18. Wow. Wow, CM Punk. I thought Punk was done and dusted a long time ago, but he's pulled it off here. And Punk eliminated quite a few people, didn't he, on the way through. It's just a hell of a lot of stuff going on here, isn't there? What's the highlight here? I don't know what the highlight is here. It's Roman Reigns still in the pin, okay. It's a dodgy highlight, but it seems to be effective nonetheless, I suppose. Of course, that was only enough for a 2 count. There's Northern Light suplex by CM Punk on the Undertaker on the outside again. That was only enough for a 2 count earlier on. And Roman Reigns went for the pin after that. These highlights are awful, aren't they? They really are bad. And then here was the GTS that eliminated Shawn Michaels when we got down to the final 3. CM Punk eliminated him. And then eventually he had to lock. We're not going to see it, I mean, we're not going to see the thing that ended the actual match. And of course he locked in the Anaconda device on to Andre the Giant, and CM Punk becomes the first man to hold multiple main event champions across SWE. The former Mayhem champion now becomes the Throwdown champion, and CM Punk will walk into SWE 2K18 Season 3 as the Throwdown champion. So we now know that CM Punk, Tama Tonga Tangaroa, and Bad Luck Fale, and Alicia Fox, and Mr. Perfect, those 5 will be our opening 5 members of the SWE Throwdown roster. We're probably going to have rosters of between 60 and 80 on 2K18 because we're going to have a much larger women's roster and we have much more cores to pick from as well. So there's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be some real cool rosters. I think some real good stuff going on. So be sure to check that out. But of course we still have 2 more Shabbymanias left for you. And we also have the 5 Rumble matches coming up next week for you as well, where we're going to confirm more people on each roster. Of course, the winner of the Rumble and anyone aligned with that person will stay on their brand. So, yeah, be sure to check those out as well. Of course, if you want to do that, then make sure you do like this one. And, of course, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos. And, of course, if you do, I've never done this before, but if you go down to the subscribe, there's a little bell next to it. If you click on that little bell, it puts the lines either side of it. And that means you'll get a notification every time I upload a video so you don't miss anything. And you can be one of the first ones to get in there. And, of course, get your likes and get your comments. I know people like to do the old first comment here and there, don't they? And the best way to do that is to be subscribed with the notifications on. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for Shabbymania Adrenaline. Bye.
Go on to